agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. I'm telling you, after that weekend, boy, it was just sweet. Probably one of the nicest weekends, really, we've had all summer long with low humidities, temperatures in that mid 70 degree range. We saw 76 degrees on Saturday, 79 degrees yesterday, humidity levels right around 35 to 40%. And right now we're working on a pretty low humidity as well for this time of the day. 63% as we go through the remainder of the day. It's going to drop down through the 50s. And once again, we'll in that mid to upper 40 degree range with humidity. 72 degrees at the airport, 73 here at Radio Center. Downtown Midland is 72. Downtown Bay City is at 73. We have an east breeze at about 7 miles per hour. That's what we had yesterday. 30.17 and falling now is the barometric pressure. We have a low pressure system to the south of us, Ohio River Valley. It's moving through Ohio. It'll wind up over New York State here within the next 24 hours. And then a high pressure system, albeit weak, it is going to be influencing our weather here for the next couple of days. We're watching the remnants of the Hurricane Fred. That particular system is going to try to work its way up into Georgia. Right now, it looks as though eastern Tennessee, eastern Kentucky take up residence in, I want to say, southeastern Indiana before it begins to drift off to the east. So as a result, we are going to be on the far north side of whatever remnants there are of that system. That's why there is some chances of precipitation in the forecast, especially for southeast Michigan, and not so much really here in the Great Lakes Bay region as it is a little bit further south. And by further south, I mean down by Ann Arbor, Detroit, Saline, Tecumseh, down in that area. If there is going to be any precipitation, that's going to be the best chance of seeing any of it over the next couple of days. For us, we're going to be looking at partly sunny skies. Temperatures will get pretty close to 80 degrees as we move through the day, still with that east breeze right around 10 miles per hour, so very pleasant. High pressure system, that weak high, is going to be right overhead tonight, so we'll have clear skies. We're looking for a low of right around 63. Sun will set this evening at 8:38, rise tomorrow morning at 6:44. Then tomorrow, sunshine, I think in extreme southeast Michigan, that area that I was talking about, a chance of a sprinkle or two, and that's going to be about it. 83 is going to be our high tomorrow. We'll start off with an east breeze and then turn into a southeast breeze, be it light, but still there will be that breeze later in the day tomorrow. Then tomorrow night with a southeast breeze, partly cloudy skies, 66 is going to be our low. Then on Wednesday, we're going to see some partly cloudy skies. There will be a chance, a little bit better chance of seeing some widely scattered shower activity. The remnants of the tropical storm moving into southeastern Indiana and then southeastern Pennsylvania. So it'll move out rather rapidly on Wednesday. It'll take up an area in southeastern Pennsylvania by, I want to say, early on Thursday. 84 is going to be our high on Wednesday. 67 will be our low on Wednesday night. So for some of you who do have some alfalfa on the ground, you took it down tail end of last week. It looks as though pretty much uneventful when it comes to the weather for that and lower humidities. So things will be drying down until we get into Wednesday and then into Thursday. Thursday, there is going to be a chance late on Wednesday night of a sprinkle or a light shower, possibly as far north as the Great Lakes Bay region. But again, I really think the best chance of any precipitation is going to be in the southeastern 25% of the lower peninsula. Then Thursday, if there is going to be any shower activity, it's going to be early morning on Thursday. Our temperatures, though, are going to start to rev up We're going to be looking at 86, 87 degrees for a high on Thursday. Higher humidity, but later in the day and into the evening hours, things should be partly cloudy, if not clear, with a low temperature on Thursday night of about 66. Then on Friday, a little bit higher humidity, 86 degrees for a high. There will be a chance of a shower or so around in the afternoon on Friday. Friday night should turn out to be pretty quiet. 68 degrees for a high on Friday night. So you kind of get the idea. Humidity is going to be building. Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be looking at 85, 86 degrees on Saturday, 82, 83 degrees for a high on Sunday. There will be some chances of showers around on Saturday and also on Sunday. But again, coverage on these is not going to be very good at all. Long range outlook to take us through the 29th of the month, above average on the temperatures, average as far as the moisture is concerned. So the tropical storm, it's not really going to be an influence on our weather. There is going to be, there is another tropical system. That one is going to be taking a different pathway, and it's going to be heading toward the Yucatan Peninsula of South America. So we're going to keep our eye on that one, because maybe possibly by the upcoming weekend, we'll see that one materialize. It could materialize into a tropical storm in the Gulf, but it's going to be much further west. It'll be a lot closer to Texas. That's what it appears right now than this one, which went up the west side of Florida. Record high in the state is 96, set back in 1936. The record low 41, set in 1979. A year ago, 82 was our high, 65 was our low. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Gary Kaufman is standing by at Star of the West. We'll get to him in a moment. But before we do that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. If you're looking to sweeten up your future a little bit, Marabou Seed is looking for independent sales agents to introduce sugar beet seed to Michigan growers. All you got to do is send them a note. Go to marabouseed.com and then click on the applicant, and you'll be able to fill out the paperwork there. Or you can give them a call. Now, this voicemail does work. I know they had some problems with it, but it does work. 541-657-8402. They've been a worldwide powerhouse in premium sugar beet seed for more than 100 years. And after some great showings the last couple of years, Marabou is coming on full force in Michigan. If you'd like to join a group of highly motivated agents to spread the word here in the Great Lakes Bay Area, 541-657-8402. That is the telephone number, or go to marabouseed.com and email marabou.applicant. Check out more about Marabou. They're looking forward to hearing from you. We say good morning to Gary Kaufman. Gary, hope you had a nice weekend.
Good morning there, Terry. I did. Thank you.
Got a lot of work done. Now you came back to work to rest, right?
Well, that's what they say sometimes.
That's what they say. And you're looking at the markets and saying, wow, here we go again, huh?
Yeah, a lot of choppy trade. You know, we started corn, and corn was a little bit under pressure coming out of the gate. And actually, soybeans and wheat were kind of higher, but everything's kind of tailed off here in the last bit here now, Terry. So currently we have cash wheat down right now, Terry, at 723 on the white, 688 on the red. New crop for next year, we'll call it up a penny at 737 on the white, 677 on the red. Cash corn down 6 at 627. New crop also down 6 at 517. Cash soybeans currently up a penny at 1356, and new crop, let's call it up 1 as well at 1301.
The reason for the choppy trade, anything in particular that's really jumping out at you this morning, Gary?
Well, we had, again, we had probably for the 8th consecutive trading day, the USDA announced another new sale of new crop soybeans. It always says to unknown destinations, but we all know it's probably China. But another sale report this morning, about 4.9 million bushel. And we've seen that over and over, and that's kind of held the soybean price up there at bay. And of course, wheat, again, was, from last week's very bullish August WSGW report. The landscape for world wheat has turned pretty bullish. The major wheat exporters, stocks to use ratios is reported to be a record low now. So, when they cut 20 million metric tons, which is about 735 million bushel between both Canada and Russia's from the prior month of production. So, the Black Sea region, which is a major world exporter location, has been on a tear. And so we'll continue to watch that as we move forward. And, a lot of hot, dry weather in some of those areas with lesser production, and some areas too much rain with, at the wrong time, as their French wheat is trying to still harvest their wheat. They're 72% done. So a lot of the wheat remaining in those fields in that part of the world is more likely going to be feed wheat as well. And, corn is a little bit under, selling pressure here early Monday, as we're seeing funds kind of consolidate their numbers here recently after the bullish report from last Thursday as well. So,
Gary Kaufman, you have a great day. We'll talk to you again a little bit later in the week. All right?
Sounds good, Terry. You as well.
You bet. Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. A little bit more as far as what the markets are doing. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us. The market report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. If you're looking for a new Ram commercial truck, get it from a dealer that's been around since 1852. Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth knows trucks and vans, so buy with confidence from a dealer where family and service sells cars. They are the Great Lakes Bay Area's certified ag dealer. That's Schaefer and Beerline. And by the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union, they invite you to stop on up the Ogemaw County Fair in West Branch. That's going on starting tomorrow. We'll be broadcasting live from the fair tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we'll be broadcasting down at St. John's, the site of Agro Expo. We'll have a lot more information on that as well. The Frankenmuth Credit Union. Find out more by going to frankenmuthcu.org. Doug Klein, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
What's going on?
Well, the energy market's down about 1.5% today, and copper's down 1.5% today, but everything else is just kind of up and down a little bit, 0.5% or so. So here's your numbers. The September corn is 5.64 3/4, down 3.5 cents. December corn 5.67.5, down 5.5. September soybeans 13.77, up 4 cents. November soybeans 13.67.5, up 2.5. The September wheat 7.59 3/4, down 2.5, and December wheat is 7.74, down 1/4 penny. Crude oil is 67.24, down 97 cents. Heating oil is 205.82, down 2 cents. Gasoline 222.63, down 3.5 cents. Natural gas is 3.97 3/4. That's up 10 1/4 cents. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar gets you $1.2563 at the border. That's up 50 ticks. The yen is at 109.24, down 33 ticks. The euro is at 117.78. That's down 13 ticks. The dollar's at 92.59. That's up 7 ticks. Gold is at 17.8540, up 10.20 an ounce. Silver's at 23.77, down 0.5 penny. And then platinum is at 10.1760. That's down $8.20.
Have a good day, Doug.
Thanks. Yep, you too.
All righty. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Jerry Samolsky will be joining him in just a moment.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center. We're more everything you need. From carpet to lighting, it's all here. With quality and satisfaction guaranteed. Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
Since 1959, count them, that's 62 years, Northeastern Paint Supply has been serving the Tri-Cities. We have the most knowledgeable staff in the area, offering you the highest quality products in the industry. Benjamin Moore Paints, Hunter Douglas Blinds, Quazell and Kitchener Lighting, Flooring from Flooring America, fireplace doors, gas logs, and custom-made rugs. It's all here under one roof. Northeastern Paint Supply, Saginaw and Bay City.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
Jerry Samolsky joins us right now. Jerry, folks got a lot of work done outside over the weekend. It was just a beautiful weekend.
Yes, it was, Terry. And, what we saw a lot coming from this last heat spell we had was a lot of fungus in the turf. So both red thread and brown patch have been showing up. They're going to look like little brown, hazy sections in the grass, not totally brown spots, but there'll be more hazy, and there'll be some green grass mixed up in. That's probably going to be red thread. A lot of people are paranoid about having grubs. So if you want to be sure that it's one of those two fungal diseases, just dig up the area, dig up a little area, plug. You can put it right back down. You'll never miss it. So spade 3-4 spots around, crowd a section of that, and look for the grubs. If you don't find them, it won't be grubs. And if it is brown patch or red thread, a shot of fertilizer will help make that go away. And also, with the temperatures changing as they've had, we won't worry about it so much either because conditions won't be conducive. So, but we've noticed a lot of that, so be aware.
All right. Tomorrow we'll have more. Jerry, you take care. Have a good day.
Yes, sir.
All right. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Well, working from the outside, let's work inside here for a minute. Eric Sawatsky with Yo and Yo Accounting joining me right now. And Eric, there's a few things that we need to tidy up on and be aware of, righto?
Yeah, talking about capital gains, I mean, we've had a lot of discussion about tax policy and things that may change, but there's actually a lot to understand about the current capital gain structure. One question that's come up a few times for me lately is, if you're a C corporation, what impact do long-term capital gains have? And really, under the current tax law, there is none. So again, a capital gain would be if you held investments and sold those, or potentially land or equipment, and held those for whether they're short-term or long-term. It basically, that gain, that income, is just treated like your ordinary business income. Now, that's only the that's only the case, I guess, for a C corporation. Any other entity that's out there, business entities like an LLC or a partnership, or even individuals that own stocks or land or items that would generate a capital gain, it's a lot more complicated, I guess, in determining how that will be taxed. One thing that's really important for all of those entities and an individual is whether you held the stock or the investment for at least a year. If it's 1 day less than a year, then it's considered short term, and you're basically going to pay tax at whatever your individual income tax rates are. And currently, those tax brackets for individuals are anywhere from 10% up to 37% just on the federal side, and then you have to tack on the state. So anything held less than a year that's sold, that gain is going to be taxable at your income tax rate. And then it just depends on what your total income is, how much you're actually going to pay. If we go back to that C Corp, it's just a flat 21% rate, no matter what the income is, what the source is, or how long you've owned it. So right now there is an advantage for C corporations, especially when you're talking about small business owners that have a significant amount of income, whether it's from the business or whether it's from other sources. You could definitely be paying a lot higher tax rate on that capital gain income than you would if it's a C corporation. The last thing I would just touch on is long-term gains. The rates vary significantly as well. But in general, you're looking at either for a single person, $40,000, or for married filing joint, $80,000. Any capital gains, if your total income is less than 40 or 80 in those circumstances, there's actually a 0% rate. So that gain on your capital gains isn't even taxed currently. That's a really unique opportunity. If for some reason your income fits within that range and you're able to sell an investment for a gain, you could end up paying no tax on that under current tax law. After that, the rates bump up to 15 and 20%. And there's even surcharges that are added on, a 3.8% surcharge if your income's over 200,000 single or 250,000 married. So lots of rules there. But I guess the main take-home pay is the type of entity that you have determines whether or not you're going to be taxed differently than your regular business income. And on the personal side, whether you held it 12 months or what your current tax brackets are have a significant impact. So lots of planning around those types of things, especially if you're looking at selling something for a large gain.
All right. Sounds like something we should be asking about. Eric, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
You too, Terry.
All right. Eric Swatsky with Yo and Yo Accounting.
For 33 years, the Bader family has been proud to be your local John Deere dealer. Starting in central Michigan and growing to 10 stores from southeast Michigan to the bridge, we are happy to announce the transition to another great organization. Going forward, Hudson Inc. will continue to provide the John Deere experience you can rely on for parts, service, and sales. The Bader family thanks you for all your business and wishes Hudson Inc. the very best.
We've got a pretty important webinar coming up that we want to touch base on with our attorney specializing in ag. That's Jerry Reif. Jerry, good morning. What's the webinar? When are we going to be able to see it?
Right now, actually, the webinar is live and working. It's on demand, so all you have to do is go to my website, jerryreiflawyer.com, and on the home page on the upper left is a place you can click on the estate planning webinar. It'll take you right to it. You can listen to it anytime you want. It's on demand. Give you a lot of information about estate planning blunders, which includes, of course, elder law and asset protection. Who's it for? It's for people who are anxious that they don't have their act together. They're worried about protecting and preserving their life's work. They're worried about maybe a family member who might need special care, financial care. Or they're really worried about losing their assets and going broke. Their life's work, their legacy could be disappeared, without good planning. They might have a business, especially a family farm. Nobody wants to have the legacy of the property and the business and the land not passed down to a generation that's going to pick up the ball and carry it. That's important. Very important.
It sure is. Now, the website address again, Jerry?
It's Jerry Reif, that's REIF, jerryreiflawyer.com. Or if you have any issues or questions other than that, call me at 989-790-1461. That's right here in Saginaw, Michigan. And we can meet with you in person as well.
All right. Jerry, thank you very much for the update. Really appreciate it. We'll check it out. All righty. Jerry Reif about that webinar. We'll be back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Steve Kathan. Chaos at the airport in Kabul,